Of all the wild creatures the eternal God had created, the serpent was the craftiest. Serpent said to the woman, "Is it true that God has forbidden you to eat fruits from the trees of the garden?" Eve said, "No, serpent. God said we are free to eat the fruit from the trees in the garden. We are granted access to any variety and all amounts of fruit, with one exception. The fruit from the tree found in the center of the garden. God instructed us not to eat or touch the fruit of that tree, or we would die." Serpent said, "Die? No, you'll not die. God is playing games with you. The truth is that God knows the day you eat the fruit from that tree, you will awaken something powerful in you and become like him, possessing knowledge of both good and evil." The woman approached the tree, eyed its fruit, and coveted its mouth-watering, wisdom-granting beauty. She plucked a fruit from the tree and ate. She then offered the fruit to her husband, who was close by, and he ate as well. Suddenly their eyes were opened to a reality previously unknown. For the first time they sensed their vulnerability and rushed to hide their naked bodies, stitching fig leaves into crude loincloths. Then they heard the sound of the eternal God walking in the cool, misting shadows of the garden. The man and his wife took cover among the trees and hid from the eternal God. God said, "Look, the human has become like one of us, possessing the knowledge of good and evil. If we don't do something, he will reach out his hand and take some of the fruit from the tree of life, eat it, and live forever." So the eternal God banished Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden and exiled humanity from paradise, sentencing humans to laborious lives working the very ground man came from. After driving them out, he stationed winged guardians at the east end of the Garden of Eden and set up a sword of flames which alertly turned back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. In Revelations, the Apostle John wrote, "My heavenly guide brought me to the river of pure living waters, shimmering as brilliantly as crystal. It flowed from the throne of God and of the Lamb, flowing down the middle and dividing the street of the holy city. On each bank of the river stood the tree of life, planted firmly, bearing 12 kinds of fruit, and producing its sweet crop every month throughout the year. And the soothing leaves that grew on the tree of life provided precious healing for the nations." Fed by a crystal clear river is the tree of life. In the beginning, Adam and Eve were prevented from eating from the tree once they were expelled from the Garden of Eden. Now the tree of life returns to the story. A single tree situated on both sides of the river. No one is denied access to its luscious fruit and healing leaves.